Pep Guardiola is on a course for travel. Well, I don't know about you, but a lot of us started the season. We didn't see the travel happening for Manchester City. But after Saturday's victory over Manchester United in the FA Cup, well, at this point, this Saturday, I'm more rooting for Pep Guardiola, okay? Because for crying out loud, okay, this man has just been the most astounding manager in Europe in the last 5 years. Yes, this is just my own personal opinion. The most outstanding manager for every season, apart from his first season at Manchester City, he has made sure a trophy came to the Etihad Stadium. So why won't you make him your best? All right, guys. So today we're actually looking at a summary of what happened over the weekend with regards to sporting activities. Like I said, Pep Guardiola, Manchester City winning the FA Cup on Saturday at the expense of Manchester United. 2-1, Ike Gundogan with, oh my God, that 14 seconds goal. Actually, the fastest goal in an FA Cup final, like in history. Ike Gundogan. The second goal, sublime. Bruno Fernandes drawing one back for Manchester United after they fell behind 1-0 penalty. But it was just going to be a Manchester City affair, and two trophies in the bag, the Premier League and the FA Cup. And away from the Premier League now, let's move over to the Messi story, okay? Ever since Messi played his last game for PSG, Paris Saint-Germain have lost over 600,000 followers on Instagram. Now that is the Messi magic. Like, I know a lot of you be asking, what, for crying out loud, okay? Messi is a brand. Like, you know, it's a brand. He is a brand. So when he left Barca to PSG, you are still expecting his followers to go from Barca to PSG. You know, that brings my mind to what happened with Cristiano Ronaldo when he said he was leaving Juve, when he said he was leaving Real Madrid and he signed for Juve. Like, the massive followership that Juve gained was crazy, and Real Madrid lost followers. It's because of the Cristiano Ronaldo brand. And when Ronaldo moved to Saudi Arabia, you look at their Facebook page, their Instagram handle, they gain followers. It is a Cristiano Ronaldo brand. So the same thing with a Messi. All of us are keeping our fingers crossed right now because we're asking, is Messi going to be going back to Barcelona? Is he going to play in the MLS? Because according to reports, Inter Miami, you know, the club owned by David Beckham, is he going to go to Saudi Arabia? So many questions, like so many questions. And again, to Karim Benzema, at a point, Carlo Ancelotti was like, Benzema still has 1 year contract left. But according to credible information, Benzema's time at Real Madrid has come to an end. So a lot of persons are asking, is it Saudi Arabia? Because so many persons are saying Saudi Arabia are doing sports washing. Well, I wouldn't want to call it sports washing. I would just say they have the money. They have the money to get what they don't have. Okay, so I wouldn't call it sports washing. But Karim Benzema going to Saudi Arabia? Okay, something is telling me something is really cooking. And I was discussing with a friend and I said, apart from Qatar, the only other nations that can hold the World Cup and spend the amount of money Qatar spent is Saudi Arabia. And maybe one or two other Asian countries. Arab countries, let's be specific, Arab countries, okay? These guys have the money. They do not have what we have, but they have the money. So they're using their money to get what they don't have. So you look at all these transfer rumors, it's just heating up. It's just heating up. It's getting interesting. The summer transfer window, getting interesting. And you keep on asking yourself questions like, what would the summer transfer window be? What would be the highlights of the summer transfer window? And don't worry, I'm definitely here to bring you up to speed with every single detail when the transfer window officially opens on the 14th day of June. Like, every single detail, you're not going to miss it. Yes, so that's why you need to turn on your notification button so that when I drop it, like a juicy story or regards to transfer window, you'll definitely be the first to know. And away from that, now let's come down to the FIFA Under-20 World Cup that's ongoing. Well, Nigeria is my country, so there's no I'm not going to talk about Nigeria. And the Flying Eagles, prior to the game yesterday, the defeated home favorite, Argentina. A lot of persons had this confidence that South Korea, going into the game, they were favorites against South Korea. Okay, extra time, South Korea getting a 1-0 win, and we're out of the competition. At this point, I wouldn't want to say Ladamboso did well. No, he didn't do well. Somebody telling me that Ladamboso, because he beat Argentina, that is why he did well. He didn't do well. It is my he didn't do well because the idea of every competition is for you to win it. So when you're not winning the competition, you did not do well. So I won't be surprised if the hierarchy of the NFF decides to part ways with him. He didn't do well. So if parting ways with him and bringing someone who understands what is at stake, then it's a good idea for me. But anyway, the boys have done their bit, and We're proud of the little they did, as much as we expected them to do well. We look forward to the next Under 20 World Cup and hopefully to be a different ball game altogether. Now to the Super 6 playoffs of the Nigerian Premier League. The first game, Enyimba up against Remo Stars, a lot of officiating errors. A lot of officiating errors. So many of it, so many that I told myself, this is a point where we need a video assistant referee, which is a VAR. So many errors are coming from the referee. And 2-2 we ended. Enyimba the 30 minutes, they lacked the discipline, they were wasting time. Remo Stars getting one back, and 2 points gone for Enyimba, 1 point shared a piece, Enyimba and Remo Stars. And Rivers United with a 3 points, in the bag for them. And you wanna be like, okay, what is the situation of Enyimba at this moment? 4 games to go, 12 points up for grabs. But with the way they played against Remo Stars on Saturday, I don't know whether you're understanding that it will be difficult for Enyimba to get a result subsequent unless they have to up their game. And the next game today is against Lobby Stars.
This video was shot before the game between Lobby Stars FC and Enyimba FC. This is the result.
And for you to get the continental ticket to the CAF Champions League, you have to finish first or you finish second. So all these are what we're looking at with regards to the Super 6 playoff. And again, we are hoping that it's going to be a different turnaround for the People's Elephant, especially with a new administration in Abia State. That the fortunes of the club will get a different turnaround altogether. While we keep our fingers crossed and hopefully waiting for something good to happen, we're just expecting Coach Unity George to get the job done. Today, the People's Elephant will be in action, and we're just hoping that things will go their way. Subsequently, when I bring you the next video, obviously, I'm going to put you up to date with what happened today and what we're expecting in their next game. Yes, because we're expecting 3 points subsequently for the People's Elephant. And finally, the Super Falcons. The World Cup is around the corner, and all of us are anticipating what Randy Wajom will be bringing out. The least Randy Wajom will be bringing out. All of us are anticipating. We've got stars, but turning these stars into players that will play together, that is the most important thing. Very, very important. But let's keep our fingers crossed until the list is brought out. Then we could, look at the list very well and try to see where he got it right and where he didn't get it right. Congratulations to Barcelona Femini for winning the second Champions League trophy in the space of 2 years. Congratulations to Manchester City for winning the FA Cup. And on Wednesday, we'll be having the Europa Conference League final. And on Saturday, we'll be having the UEFA Champions League final. So you see, a lot of finals to look up to. A lot of finals. Thank you so very much. Please do also like, share, comment, subscribe. It's important. If you don't help my hustle, who will help my hustle? Subscribe. And most importantly, please turn on your notification bell, all right? It is so important. Go Enyimba, we are rooting for you. Go the People's Elephants, we are rooting for you. And we send all our love to you, hoping that at the end of the day, it will be a successful season for each and every one of us. Thank you.